So, it's me, your little boy, K. Samson. You know, many people are really frustrated. Many people are really are becoming like a rage. If you look at where we are working now, my master dig a lot of rage in order for us to plant onions. A lot of people have already been turned as their turn sound, turned them their life. Why? Because they can't outwork you. Both the secret competition, both the public competition, both their attitudes and their character, their ugly mindset, their ugly attitudes towards you, despite of all their copycatting, despite of everything that they have tried, copycat all your movement, copycat everything you do to make sure they outwork you, they end up realizing that they can outwork you. And that is why many of them are really frustrated. That is why many of them are really dying, suffering. Why? Because they can't figure out the reason why they can't outwork you. They can't just figure out why the reason why they can't just overwhelm you. They can't just figure out why it is very, very difficult, hard to do or to outwork you. Despite of all the war that they have made beside you, behind you, despite of all the evil word, despite of all the evil copycatting, despite of all the evil deed, yet they can't outwork you. And that is really annoying them. Believe me, it's really annoying them. It's really annoying a lot of people, because they can't just figure out why they can't outwork you. Despite of they copy the way you do, they copy the way you walk, they copy the way you move, they copy the things you are doing, they copy the things you know, all your work, join their own, and yet they become a liability to themselves. They end up failing, despite of everything that they have copied secretly from you, just to make sure they outwork you. Despite of all the betrayed, despite of all the things that they have caused you, despite of all the disappointment, despite of all the things that they have put you to go through, yet they fully come to understand that they can't outwork you. And that is why they are frustrated. That is why they are humiliated and devastated. That is why they hate themselves. Why? Because they can't outwork you. Why? Because you are too special, too unique, too potential, too created, too anointed to be copied. Why? Because what God have given to you cannot be copied by others. Why? Because what God have deposited inside you can never be photocopied to become original. Why? Because that which God have given to you is too big to be copied. Let's be real. It's too big. Because he said he have anointed those to preach the gospel, to heal the sick, to raise the dead. He said, out of the valley there shall flow out a living water. If there be out of the valley, out of the abundance of the valley, there shall flow out a living water. That means they can't copy you, brothers. And that is why they are frustrated. They can't just copy everything around you. Because if they copy part 1 today, you become part 4. It gets frustrated. It frustrates them. It hurts them. Because all that they have did behind the scene, all that they have plotted behind the known, yet you are still working. Everything that they have copycat from you just to make sure they outwork you, they end up failing. They end up receiving a heavy disappointment, a heavy disgrace, a mighty disgrace, because they are not able, they are not capable to outwork you, despite of all the copycatting. And that is why they are really frustrated. That is why they are really devastated, because they can't just figure out why you are too big to be copied. They can't just figure out why you are too special to be copied. They can't just figure out why it looks so hard for them to copy whom you are. They can't just figure out why is it that everything that they have did. They can't just figure out why the more they try to pull you down, the more you keep elevating. So brothers and sisters, it really frustrates a lot of people. Because all that they have been hoping is not all that they are seeing. You get what I'm saying? So if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and do what and thumbs up the bell. Remember, blessed, may God bless you.